You've heard the benefits of omega-3s: heart health, brain function, less inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids are some of the most studied nutrients in modern medicine, but nobody talks about the side effects. And a brand new study from April 2026 just found something about EPA that might change how you take fish oil forever. We'll get to that. Omega-3s are one of the most popular supplements in the world. Millions of people take them every day, and for good reason. The benefits are real. But if you search fish oil side effects online, you'll find thousands of confused people. One comment on Reddit said it perfectly. Everyone is like, take omegas, they're so great, and all they do is make me feel like shit. In simple terms, omega-3s can be a double-edged sword. The benefits are powerful, but the side effects are real, and most people don't know what to do about them. So let's break down the 6 side effects you need to know about and exactly what to do about each one. The first side effect on the list is the most common one: fishy aftertaste and burping. If you've ever taken fish oil and tasted fish for the next 2 hours, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the #1 complaint. That happens because the oil digests slowly in your stomach and releases volatile compounds back up. Poor quality oil makes it worse. Taking it on an empty stomach makes it worse too. Here's how to manage it. First, take your omega-3 with meals. Food slows down digestion and keeps those compounds from coming back up. Second, freeze your capsules before taking them. This sounds weird, but it actually works. Frozen capsules travel further into your digestive tract before dissolving. And third, switch to enteric-coated capsules. These have a special coating that prevents them from breaking down in your stomach. And fourth, consider algae-based omega-3 instead of fish oil. Algae oil has a much milder taste and almost no fishy aftertaste at all.
The next side effect on the list is digestive issues: nausea, diarrhea, and bloating. This one is dose-dependent. That means the more omega-3 you take at once, the more likely your digestive tract will react. High doses overwhelm your system, especially if your body isn't used to processing that amount of oil. Some people on Reddit reported headaches too. One user said, "Too high omega-3s in the blood can be bad and maybe lead to weird side effects." They were talking about more than just digestion, but the mechanism is similar: too much, too fast. Here's how to manage it. Split your dose. Don't take everything at once. Take half with breakfast and half with dinner. Your body handles smaller amounts much better. Start low, 500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA, and increase gradually over a few weeks. And never take omega-3 on an empty stomach. That makes both the digestive issues and the fishy burps worse. The third side effect is increased bleeding risk. Omega-3s thin your blood. They reduce platelet aggregation. That means your blood doesn't clot as easily as it normally would. For most healthy people, this is not a problem, but it becomes dangerous if you're already on blood thinners: warfarin, aspirin, clopidogrel, or any anticoagulant. It's also dangerous if you're about to have surgery or if you have a bleeding disorder. Despite old myths, omega-3s don't cause spontaneous bleeding in healthy people at normal doses. Studies have never proven that. But the interaction with blood-thinning medications is well documented. Here's how to manage it. Tell your doctor if you're on any anticoagulant medication. This is not something to figure out on your own. Stop fish oil at least 2 weeks before any scheduled surgery, and keep your daily dose under 3 grams of combined EPA and DHA, unless your doctor specifically recommends more. 3 grams is the line. Below that, the bleeding effect is minimal for most people. Above that, it starts to matter.
The fourth side effect is the one that just made headlines, and this is the reason I wanted to make this video now. In April 2026, researchers at the Medical University of South Carolina published a study in the journal Cell Reports. The lead researcher was Dr. Onder Al-Bayram, and what they found was surprising. In people with repeated mild head injuries, concussions, sports impacts, military service, accidents, EPA may interfere with the brain's ability to repair blood vessels. EPA may also contribute to harmful protein buildup linked to cognitive decline. In simple terms, that means if you've had concussions or repeated head impacts, high EPA fish oil could potentially slow your brain's healing instead of helping it. Now, here's the important distinction. DHA did not show the same effect. This is EPA specific. DHA still supports brain repair normally. The problem is with EPA alone in the context of brain injury. I know this sounds contradictory. Omega-3s are supposed to help the brain, right? And for most people, they do. But this study looked at a specific population, people with repeated head injuries. In that group, EPA worked differently. Here's how to manage it. If you have a history of head injuries, concussions, sports impacts, any repeated trauma, talk to a neurologist before taking high EPA supplements. Consider a DHA-dominant supplement instead. And whenever possible, get your omega-3 from whole food sources. Fatty fish like salmon and sardines have a consistently better safety record than concentrated supplements. The fifth side effect is not caused by omega-3 itself. It's caused by rancid fish oil, and it might be the most overlooked problem in supplementation. Here's the thing. Up to 50% of fish oil supplements on store shelves are already oxidized by the time you buy them. That means the oil has broken down. It's rancid. Rancid omega-3s don't just lose their benefits, they become pro-inflammatory. They may cause the headaches, brain fog, and nausea that many people blame on omega-3s themselves, but the real culprit is spoiled oil. Here's how to manage rancidity. Buy IFOS certified products. If the brand doesn't have third-party testing, don't buy it. Do the smell test. If your capsules smell strongly fishy when you open the bottle, they're already oxidized. Good fish oil has very little smell. Store your fish oil in the fridge, not the cupboard. Heat and light accelerate oxidation. Check the expiration date. Fish oil degrades faster than most supplements. And once again, algae-based omega-3 is less prone to oxidation because it starts from a cleaner source.
The last side effect on the list is blood sugar and immune effects at very high doses. At doses above 4 grams per day, some studies suggest omega-3s can slightly raise fasting blood sugar. This is relevant for people with diabetes or prediabetes. At those same high doses, omega-3s may also modestly suppress immune response. That matters for people who are immunocompromised. Here's how to manage it. If you're diabetic, monitor your blood sugar when you start taking omega-3s. Watch for any changes over the first few weeks. Don't megadose without medical supervision. The American Heart Association recommends 1 gram per day for general heart health. That's plenty for most people. You don't need 4 grams unless a doctor specifically prescribes that amount. More is not always better. With omega-3s, the right dose matters more than the highest dose. Let's put this all together. Here's your safe omega-3 checklist. 1. Take omega-3 with meals, never on an empty stomach. That fixes both the fishy burps and the digestive issues. 2. Start at 500 to 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. Increase slowly over a few weeks. 3. Buy IFOS certified fish oil and store it in the fridge. Don't trust cheap, untested brands. 4. Stay under 3 grams per day unless your doctor says otherwise. 3 grams is the safety line for bleeding risk. 5. If you've had head injuries, concussions, sports impacts, any repeated trauma, consider a DHA-dominant formula instead of high EPA. 6. Get omega-3 from food when you can. Salmon, sardines, mackerel. Whole food sources have a consistently better safety record. So, omega-3s are powerful nutrients that fight inflammation, but like anything powerful, they come with trade-offs. The goal isn't to stop taking them, it's to take them smarter. If this helped, hit subscribe. I break down health topics like this every week, and drop a comment. Have you experienced any of these side effects from omega-3s? I read every comment. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. HB Base does not provide medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting, stopping, or changing any supplement or medication.